Alright, all you listeners to the madness, and I guess a couple of you free downloading gamers out there, welcome back to Under the Radar. And this is really starting to look like the indie radio arcade with how many games we're willing to stack into one show, but it's definitely worth it. And to continue that trend and to make up for a work in progress like we said during the intro, I think it's time for us to take a rocket ship directly onto a video gaming planet far, far away for the inaugural for this show edition of the Planet of the Games. And Maestro's starting to wonder if there's going to be any form of apes that are on this planet, and no. Unless it's Donkey Kong, no. And the first game that we have up, which comes from the website of srb2.org with their game, Sonic Roboblast 2. And several very interesting things about this game, folks, because not only it has elements of Sonic Adventure in it, but it also reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 combined into one beautiful game that you can play. And to make things even better, this was a fan-made game that was used with pieces of Doom Legacy in it as well. So for any of you out there who's looking for a cool-looking Sonic 3D experience that doesn't involve heroes or outer space adventures for GameCube or whatever the system you had it on, this is right up your alley. And a little bit of a warning, it does take a little bit of getting used to of running forward to try to avoid all the enemies and still jump out of the way of all the gaps on the ground, so beware of that. And the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Mr. Sayestuku, and hopefully we said that name right, with their game, Connection Haunted. And this game automatically reminds me of Fear.net. You know, that game that if you lose in the game, you die in real life? It sort of reminds me of that movie too. And the fact that it involves the concept of this game is that you're playing a game that was on a dead server that's become haunted. It's a really good concept for a horror movie as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game is that they give you something better than that Magnum revolver to take out those ghosts, because I got a feeling you're gonna need it. And the one weapon I hope for in this game, a shotgun. Definitely a shotgun to take out these creatures. And Maestro said we didn't hope for anything for the other game, and hey, they already got Sonic and Tails racing alongside with each other. The only thing I would really hope for in that game is a Knights level, or maybe, just maybe, a chance to be Knuckles in it. Yeah, just to cover our bases. And the next game that we have up, and by the way, before we go any further, that other game, don't recommend playing it at night. The only warning we have for you, because it will scare the bejesus out of you, just like this game, which comes from the itch.io page of Inkbird Games with their game, Lost Player. And in this game, which reminds me of a haunted version of Pac-Man with a little hint of Three Demons and Slender Man mixed in it all together, involves you collecting game pellets, avoiding freaky ghosts in a glitchy virtual world. See? The reason why it reminds me of Pac-Man, folks. And the only tip of advice I have for you fans out there is if you see a ghost, run. And for all the rooms that have traps in them, patience is key. The only tips we have for you for this said game. And the next game that we have up comes from the Steam.store page of Gas Station, or Haunted Gas Station, with their game, Haunted Gas Station. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of that horror movie known as Spore, with a little hint of a Scooby-Doo mystery gone wrong, causing them to hide in the gas station from one of the ghosts. Which I'm really surprised, in all of the episodes of Scooby-Doo, they've never got attacked at a gas station that I know of. Weird. But besides that, folks, this game, here's hoping in the near future that they give you something more powerful than a cell phone to try to take out these ghosts. And probably give you a chance to actually use anything in the gas station to try to take it out or keep it distracted as you try to make your way out of here. And as a tip of advice is to actually wait until the ghost runs away and try to get in the car and drive away, if possible. Notice how I said if possible. And the last but not least game we have up on this Planet of the Games debut, folks, comes from the Twitter page, or more or less the itch.io page of Glory Meat. Nice name for your itch.io page, by the way, with their game, Alleyway. And by the way, just to let you know, there's a lot of wingdings and symbols in there for the title for Alleyway. Just a warning. And in this game, you're in a looping alleyway with a dead body at the end, where you have to try to figure out a way how to get out of this alleyway without touching the dead body. So this automatically reminds me of something that you would experience in a horror movie for a sci-fi original film, or something that you would see in Tales from the Crypt, or something from the movie VHS. So yeah, the only tip of advice I have for you fans out there is, I don't know. For once, we have no clue with this one, but just try to avoid a dead body. The only great tip we have for you for this said game. And oh, here's hoping in the near future they give you some form of weapon to defend yourself from what's ever inside of this said dead body that's leaking blood all over the place. Cause it creeps me out, and I got a feeling something's gonna jump out at you if you're not paying attention. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other cool games that are on this free game planet, you can head on over to the website only known as freegameplanet.com to check out these games and even play these games for absolutely free in your spare time. And trust me, folks, if you have the spare time to play these games, they're definitely a stress reducer. So give them a shot. They're very therapeutic. And with that said, folks, we might as well head back to the music, and when we return, we'll be back with another bone-breaking edition of the Wild World of Stunts right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.